Hello everyone, and welcome on back to the channel. Today we are doing episode 2 here on the Core SMP. Here we are on our little starter airship. Behind me, of course, is our wonderful Sky Pirate starter base that I am still so proud of, and we have quite a lot on today's agenda. We are going to be constructing our next build here at our little Sky Pirate settlement. We are going to be making a little automatic kelp farm that I'm super duper excited for. I've never made a kelp farm before. And we are going to be getting set up to create our very first shop way out in the shopping district. We actually have a mushroom island picked out way out in the middle of our ocean that is going to be the shopping district for the SMP members. And jumping down here, we need to launch straight into our to-do list today. Now, as far as our first shop goes, I am definitely thinking about a little kelp shop, something small and not too... Oh yeah, I forgot about these actually. So, a few random things have shown up here since last episode. This is a zombie villager, by the way, as well. I've got him here underneath this little awning so he doesn't burn, but hopefully we can get some villagers happening soon. But these showed up whilst I was off working on the next episode. We've got a little, is this a moose? We've got a little moose guy head and a book. I haven't actually looked at this book. How do I don't know how to take that. Hang on. Wait, is this... do I have to destroy the armor stand if I want to take the book? Maybe. I guess. Well, now I've done it, that's for sure. The Bribery Act? What on earth is this? Greetings, Sky Pirate. It is I, Moose Guy of the Land Aquanauts. We have a land submarine. I have been informed that our political relations are ill, and I have come with a gift to start the road to political harmony. Enjoy your netherite, Moose. Oh, that's really lovely, actually. Maybe he doesn't have to be on the naughty list, like, maybe. But that statue did actually have a netherite ingot in its hand when I first saw it, which I don't know if someone took it or if it's the netherite that's in here. I don't know, but there really was initially netherite there, so I do appreciate the gift and the step towards political harmony with the Sky Pirates. And that's really cute. I love that. The Bribery Act. I do like that. And this is a little package that Levy left me. Our dear friend Levy, who lives just down the coast with Otomame, or up the coast. It's to the... do they live north or south? Wait, how does the facing work when we're in this mode? North. She lives up north. Alright. So we have a super cute little package here. We have our first bit of netherite. Look at that. Very exciting. A whole bunch of iron, some beetroot, and some soul sand. Oh, that is awesome. I do just love that. Thank you, Levy, for the package. Anyway, I have actually been working on the interior of our starter base, and I wanted to share that with you guys here first thing in this episode. And I thought I would move our head collection up there and get that moved in. So coming up the stairs to our starter base, this is what we have happening on the interior. We have a super cute little sitting area over here, little kitchenette just here, staircase right here going downstairs. Our basement is where we have moved our auto furnaces, auto composter, and our storage is all happening down here. I really love that we have an organized storage now. And coming upstairs, of course, this one is our bedroom. This is my big Sky Pirate triple bed with the triple keg above it. Gotta get into that Sky Pirate lifestyle. And of course, we have a little reading corner, which is where we have our super secret to-do list. We're not looking through the rest of that. And of course, we have this area right here, which is going to be our head display. So let me get a few of these happening. Maybe something just like that. There we go. So we have a super cute little head display happening here now as well. And of course, going up the ladder, this is our elytra entranceway area. These are those 2 gold blocks from our bed right at the start. This is our first set of armor. The iron right here. Technically, these pants should be here, but you know, that one there is our first set of armor. And this is a little museum layout. This is the proof that I once touched grass that one time. And over here is our first diamond. Of course, airship out that way. And upstairs, we haven't done anything yet. But in general, the interior is coming along nicely. And now, before we get into building up our kelp farm for today's episode, we need to go on a bit of a mining trip. We are really low, mostly on coal actually, and we're gonna need quite a lot for my idea for our kelp farm because I want to do a roof with dried kelp blocks. Which means we're gonna have to dry out quite a lot of kelp. So we need coal, so we need to go on a mining trip. That is our first mission for today's episode. So let's go down into the depths. So there I go, descending down into the new 1.18 caves, and I am still so amazed at the scope of these places. Just look at this. Incredible. And of course I have to see it with my own two eyes. I leap across the gap and I'm greeted by a creeper which nearly wipes me out, but I just scrape through. I forge ahead, I go looking for some gold and I start mining it, and these zombies try and stop me. I tell them, hey, no, stop that, this is my gold. So of course I kill them all and mine the gold myself. And here I spot the very first diamonds of the day. I pillar up to them and it's just the one. I dig around a little bit, hoping, praying for some more diamonds, but there aren't any, and I am very sad. But I am not willing to let my sadness stop me, and I continue exploring the mass of tunnels underneath our base. I'm lighting them up as I go, and I'm gathering redstone, iron, copper, so many different things, but not really all that much coal. And continuing onwards, eventually, after further exploration, there it is, in the distance. I fend off a spider who tries to stop me in my tracks, and here it is, the money diamond vein. There were 11 diamonds in this vein, which using Fortune 3 left us with 30 diamonds. We are now rich. We are now mega rich, in fact, and I am very, very happy. But it was at about this time I realized we have been mining for a good hour, and we haven't seen a single drop of coal, and we have more than 30 diamonds. It's the 1.18 effect, and I was not prepared. So we came up from the mines, we got rid of all the stuff we had gathered already, and by got rid of I mean just put in the chest for later, and we set out to a different little cave to get some actual coal stocked up. And we return from our mining trip, and I am so happy I decided to bring you guys along for that one using replay mod because wow, do I just love these new caves. I had so many moments of awe and wonder while we were exploring those amazing caves out to the west of our home here. And you know what time it is. This is what we got from our adventure. I took my Silk Touch pickaxe, so I think it's time to build an ore tower. It's at times like this I become starkly aware that I do not yet have an elytra or feather falling on my boots. Look, you can just see our house's flag down there. I am very afraid. And mining expedition entirely done, ore tower torn down. This is our loot from our mining trip. And I am so happy we have so much coal now, because I did not have even a full stack left. I was struggling to make torches, and now I think we are more than okay. Also, we got 42 diamonds. 42 diamonds, that is an awesome haul considering I was mostly going for coal. So let me move all of this stuff inside now. And there we go, everything is squared away once more, and now let's get cooking. We're gonna cook up a little bit of copper, we're gonna start getting some kelp dried out and ready to rumble for our kelp farm build. Now this spot just over here, this little lower area down this way from our house, I think is going to be the perfect spot for a little automatic kelp farm build. We may have to move our flag, I'll see what we end up doing with that, but without further ado, let me get some things together and let's build a kelp farm. And there it is, our kelp farm is complete. And of course we have this big section out the front as well that is our manual kelp farm, and I really love that we now have two builds here at our little sky pirate settlement and this massive area right here, which is all, as you saw in the time-lapse, dug down quite a lot deeper as well, so that we can get a mass amount of kelp growing in here, just to really boost our numbers and make sure we can keep our shop in good supply once we get that up and running. Now, climbing up the hill here to the kelp farm itself, I've brought in a little bit of an interior for this one. It's a pretty busy interior. We have this little roof action with the slabs, trapdoors, and of course some beams and lanterns, a whole bit of stacked up storage, a bunch of bits of dried kelp, sea pickles, a little bed, of course the glass showing us the kelp farm itself, and over here is our output, a bit of extra storage as well, and just a little bit of crafting access. And now that our kelp farm is officially done, we have one more thing to get done for today's episode, and that is going to be creating our very first shop over in the shopping district here on the Core SMP, which is a mushroom island out off the coast in that direction. So, without further ado, let's make our way over there and get ourselves a first shop. And here we are on the Mushroom Island, and no one's really set up here yet, but I plan to be the first entrepreneur of the shopping district, unless someone set up and I haven't spotted their shop. This is a little portal I have linked up to this area. It's not a proper road or anything. It's just kind of there, and I've got the coordinates of it. And I have brought over a few different bits and pieces that we are going to use to build our very first tiny, like super duper tiny little market stall shop to sell some of our kelp. And look at this little bit of terrain here. I love that we have this big, almost curved shape cut into the ground all through here, thanks to the new caves and cliffs update. And I'm thinking about building up my shops maybe here on this central bit of land. So maybe even this spot right here would be perfect for our starter one. Now I'm just gonna play around a little bit with some shapes here first, but maybe we just do something super duper small, super duper simple, maybe with gaps of 5 and 3, just like that. Right, it's really not going to be too big, but it'll be certainly enough to just sell a little bit of kelp and a little bit of dried kelp blocks. Maybe 4 high on these front blocks to kind of make it very clearly, oops, very clearly more open here at the front side, because this is where the customers are going to come up right here to buy from our little market stall. And then maybe we could even just block in this back section for now, so there'll be a little bit of a back wall. And then maybe here on the front we just have something like that, a little shape coming through. Then maybe bringing on a little bit of a roof frame. Now I'm not sure I want a wood roof for this, or if I want to come back and go with a more standardized wool roof, but we'll try it out. And maybe something like this. Now, I don't have any green wool really at the moment because I'm a little low on cactus dye, but I've got some smelting up for now. So we're just going to use black wool as a substitute to play with the shape and design, and then we'll bring in some proper green wool for this later to keep it with kind of a kelpy color scheme. Maybe I'm gonna do something else here, I think. Maybe we try, instead of doing the slanted roof, we could just do a flat wool roof with the banners hanging down for a more market stall look, I guess. Alright, so that is looking a lot boxier and a lot more basic, but hear me out. We bring some banners in along the front and back and maybe get some supporting, maybe even just some gates in through here. So it would be looking something like this, of course with the green instead of the black, but we are just placeholdering it for a minute. There we go, that's already looking quite a bit cuter. Let's bring him in on the back here as well. Oh, I'm gonna need one more of each, it seems. Actually, maybe we don't even need the back wall on this one, because we want it to be very distinctly a bit of an open structure. Hang on, I need another axe, I'll be back. There we go. Maybe even something like this, where you can kind of have these little trapdoor entranceways on either side, and then just closing off the back again. But how do we make this more closed off so it's very distinctly the back of the build? That's the question. Maybe if we stack the barrels along like this, that helps close in the space there. We could even just have them like that, right? That's looking pretty cute. And now I don't quite have enough wool to get all the banners and everything happening, but I can make a start in swapping this black around for sure. And there we go, I can make one green banner for now. I most certainly will fix that later. Maybe some barrels here at the bottom could look cool as well, which I don't immediately love, but it might work if we change all our main shelves out to dark oak instead. And here we go, now that I finally have enough green wool for this. And maybe just a little bit of a skirt along the back here to really emphasize that this is the back of the build. We could even grab some signs and swap just one out for a sign instead. And I only brought 3 item frames, but maybe we could sell kelp on these 3 and dried kelp blocks over here, because we're going to have a lot less dried kelp blocks to sell than we are our standard kelp, so we can keep our standard kelp really well stocked in all of these ones. And I've already done up our bits of paper. We're going to go 4 stacks of kelp for 1 diamond, and otherwise we are going to go 1 stack of the dried kelp blocks for 1 diamond. And then, of course, just a few other little bits of decor here. Now, can you make Oh, you can make mycelium into path block. That's cool. I'd never actually tried that before. Let's just do a tiny little bit of terrain work here as well, just to make it feel like there's a little bit more happening in the area. And here it is, our first tiny little shop here done. As you can see, I brought on the shaders. These ones are just BSL, just to give us a tiny little look at this place. I think it's really, really cute, and I managed to keep it pretty small and simple, so I didn't have to spend too long on it. That way, we've got even more time to spend on the next episode. And I did decide to name this one Captain's Kelp, part of the Sky Pirate Company, one of the many shops I plan to bring in here in the shopping district in future, and I do just love how this one turned out. I love the whole little green theme. I think it's super duper cute. And with that, I think we are about finished up for today's episode. We have had an absolute blast here in this one, pulling in our kelp farm back at base and bringing in our very first little shop here. Thanks again to everyone that came by for the streams and things working on this episode, and of course to those of you watching here on YouTube. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, let me know what your favorite thing was about today's super cute little episode, and let me know anything you'd like to see here in our Sky Pirate Empire next. Thanks again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!